now you are doing for same association or not. So first column belongs to which one? Hyderabad. Hyderabad is an entity dimension. So just double click on that. View next. Second column. Second column belongs to senior dimension actual. Double click. Next. Third column belongs to January, February, March. That belongs to period dimension. Double click on the period dimension. Next. Next fourth column is a sales. Sales belongs to account dimension. Account next. Read belongs to product dimension. Product next. FI13 belongs to year dimension. Next. See, next is a field 7 is a value it consists. It doesn't belong to any dimension. So it is a data field column. Then click like this. So we already loaded this data. Then we are going into Excel sheet now. In SBase, we have a couple of options here we need to learn. First we'll start to learn about very starting of these 6 or 7 parameters. Then we'll go into the options parameter, whatever down you have. Now we connected to one of the database. We have that. Now if I want to zoom in into my data, my member level, what I do, I loaded the data. I have to double click on that. Suppose first I want my year dimension should be in the row. So just go into SBase, click on pivot. Pivot means it will shuffle row to column, column to row. If you keep your cursor in column and give pivot, it will go to row. If you keep your cursor in row and give pivot, that cursor position will go to the column area. Okay. Now this accounts I don't want in column, I want to keep in rows. Then click on pivot. In the same way, products also need to be a row. In the same entity wants to go to pivot. Okay. Now I don't want to keep period also in column. I want to keep this one into row. See, if you click like this, you cannot pivot last column. Why? Because here we already loaded data in multi-dimensional combination, but we are seeing the data in 2-dimensional. One is row and one is column. So if I want to see in 2-dimensional, already your row is having 5 dimensions: entity, products, accounts, year, scenario. Okay. Now what you are doing, you are trying to move that period dimension also into the row. So this Excel add-in doesn't allow to move that period dimension into row. Why? Because cannot pivot last column. You want to keep at least 1 dimension in the column. If we want to move all the rows into columns, means at least 1 dimension should keep in the row. Why? Because in the 2-dimensional format it has to understand. So now where is my data file? See, this is my data file. See how I loaded the data. Hyderabad from entity dimension, but here it is showing entity. So I want to dig into up to Hyderabad level. You can give double click on this entity dimension or go into SBase, click on zoom in. Once you give zoom in, it goes inside. Again India. In India again we have South India, North India. You can give double click like this or you go into zoom in. So it went inside. Again in AP, zoom in up to Hyderabad we have. Okay. Now we entered data for Hyderabad region. So keep only now, as of now, keep Hyderabad only. Just select, keep your cursor in Hyderabad, go into SBase, give keep only. It will keep only that member from the entity dimension. Okay. Now in product dimension, what we entered, in product dimension we given the RIN product. So dig into RIN level. Your RIN member is somewhere in level 3 or level 4, level 5. You have to dig into that level. So double click on the product dimension. Again double click on that. Where is your product RIN dimension? RIN member. In PRC1, these are all belong to food products. In PRC2, homeo care, this is the range. So you want to keep only RIN means just go in test base, keep RIN. Okay, in account dimension, what you want, zoom in and again zoom in, again zoom in. You have to reach up to sales. So sales, keep only, again year. For which year you loaded the data, FY13. So double click on that, keep select in FY13, keep only. Scenario, I think scenario actual. So double click on the scenario actual. Okay. Now period dimension, see how it expands. And this it will expand. Okay. If you want to see data in only this quarter one, just keep only. See this one. What we entered? January 500 we entered, right? 620, 782. See, these three are data what we entered from our notepad file. 500 for January, 620 for February, March 782. So this we are able to see the data from Excel add-in. Now I want to change the data, or we do one thing. We go into our database. We click we remove the data whatever we loaded. The number of existing blocks is 0. Why? Because data was cleared. In the same way, verify, actually APP4 లో ఉన్నామా మనం AP3 లో ఉన్నాం. In the same way, verify in page 12 index file got deleted. Okay. Now, if you go into Excel sheet, if you try to retrieve in this particular combination, this is all the combination you can tell. This belongs to period dimension, these are all under other dimensions. This is all one combination. See, January is having value 500 means this belongs to entire this combination, all these combinations. Okay, these are all information whatever having combination. This combination will be stored in index file. This data will be stored in page file. So if you give retrieve, what will happen? మనం డిలీట్ చేసిన డిస్టర్బ్స్ డిలీట్ చేసాం. సో డిస్కనెక్ట్ దిస్, connect, try to connect to desktop 3. Hash missing. Why? Because whatever we loaded data earlier through this rule file or source file, that data we cleared from ES console. So obviously it will show hash missing only. Now we'll see some more options here. Here we try to enter data now. Now we know that page file and index file not there. Now I want to enter some data in this particular combination. Before entering, and now if you enter data here, it has to go into SBase, means you have to give lock and send. Why we should give click on lock means I'll tell you. First click on lock, then send. See, whenever you click on send, there is some small computer option will come and disappear. Now, in this particular combination, Hyderabad RIN sales FY13 actual January combination 50 will be loaded into your SBase. Again, Hyderabad RIN sales FY13 actual February loaded 20 value. So, in this combination, data will be loaded. Now, if you go and verify in your database properties, your data should be come, right? Number of existing blocks 1. Why 1 block means there are 3 cells got created in a 1 block. Why? Because combination is same in the entire dimensions. there are 5 dimensions, and in period dimension January, again 5 dimensions in period dimension February. So all the 3 cells are loaded into entire one block only. In the back end, your page file and index file should get created. See, 842. Okay. Now we'll try to learn some more things here. Now keep only we know, remove only is opposite to keep only, zoom in is opposite to zoom out. See, let us assume in product dimension we are at ring, but I want to know who is the parent of the ring and who is the supreme parent of the ring. So you can keep in zoom out. Homeocare is the parent of ring. Again zoom out. Homeocare is the parent of PRC2 is the parent of Homeocare. అదే మన డేటాబేస్ లో ఉండేది. See, this Excel sheet, this who works in this Excel sheet means end user works in Excel sheet. He doesn't know about this metadata and who is the parent, who is the child. He just know the business. I am having the RIN product. Okay, RIN product comes under which member? Homeocare product. Who is the parent of the Homeocare product? So like that you want to zoom out. Again PRC2 is the header. PRC2 header is the product. So just go and zoom out. Okay, na? In the same way I want to see Hyderabad, who is the parent of Hyderabad. You can go in this base and click on zoom out option, or you can do one thing. In your mouse, just do double click. Means right click. In mouse right click. In the mouse pointer, right pointer. Do double click on the mouse right area. See, it is going inside. It is going top level. Who is the parent? India. India comes in which dimension? Entity dimension. Again, if you want to dig in entity dimension means you again as usual left click in your mouse pointer. Okay. Now here my question is, one of the user is raising the question saying, see this entity dimension how it is showing? It is showing in some tree structure. Means tree format. First topmost member is India, again entity, again in entities having India and USA are children. India is having South India, North India, again South India having 4 children, AB is having 3 children. Okay, looking like this, we can able to understand who is the parent and who is the child. These 3 are children which is having parent to this one. These 3 are children which is having parent to this one. These 2 are children which is having parent to this one. This is the children to entity. Now we are able to understanding based on the tree structure. Okay, we can understand easily. But one of the user is asking a question, raising a question, saying that he don't want to do this like this. He wants all these entity dimension members to display in particular in order, like in the same way. How these are displaying like constant straight, but this is like a sum. So just you now go into the options. Here we want to learn some more items called indentation. Indentation, none sub items. Now sub items is selected, that's why you are able to see your entity dimension like this ladder format. Oh. Now if you do changes in that, give none indentation, give OK. Now if you move to now in Hyderabad, here you want to come down to entity, again give right like this. Okay, if you zoom in the entity dimension, see now how it is coming. So indentation got changed.
Yes, yes.
Earlier indentation is sub items. If you go inside, what are the sub items? Again, what are the sub items? Again, what are the sub items? So like that it displayed in the ladder format. Now user is asking, you don't want to see like that. Okay. You want to see all straight. Then we remove the indentation, sub items, we kept the none. Okay. Now we go again to in options, give as usual sub items, click on OK, see again coming. Okay, clear are they? Retrieve, keep only, remove only, zoom in, zoom out and pivot are okay. These are fine. Now still we have to learn. These all I will tell you later. Navigate without data. First we go into the options. There in the option screen, and most of the time you will work in option screen only. Here we are done with the indentation area. Suppress, I will tell you whenever we deal about the data part here. First go into zoom level. Okay, you are going into SBS, clicking on the zoom in. If you click on zoom in, up to which level it has to go, you have to give that parameters to SBS.
Okay.
Now, first before this, cancel this, keep your entity dimension like this. Go into your SBS. See, in entity dimension, next level is once you select in entity plus, next level are 3:
Okay.
China, India, USA. Again in India there are
Two.
South India, North India, like that. So if I give zoom in here, where it has to go, you should tell to SBS accelerated. Now zoom in. What happened? Whatever having all the members in your outline but related to that particular dimension, all will throw into Excel sheet.
Okay.
Actually, that is the bad selection. Why? Because there would be around some 40 to 50,000 members in your entity dimension and product dimension. If you give all levels,
Okay.
it has to pull that member in entire combinations. So your Excel sheet will get hanged. So in real time, nowhere, anytime, don't select all levels. Okay. Try to select bottom level or last level. Now, wait, I will close this one. We will go into normal level. Uh, Zoom out. Okay. Now we will go into options. Remove this one. Select the bottom level. We'll see what will come. We selected the bottom level. Bottom level means what will come. We'll see. We'll go into outline. What came. See, bottom level I selected. Bottom level means China came. China is a bottom level member. Why? Because it is a level 0 member. It doesn't have any children. So China came directly. Again, see, in India doesn't came, South India doesn't came, AP doesn't came directly. Hyderabad, Guntur, Nellore only came here. Why? Because these three are bottom level members. These are level 0 members. So these three doesn't have any children. Then see, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu came. These are all level 0 members. That's why these three came. Again, UP, Delhi, North India doesn't came. Why? Because it is not a level 0 member. It is having children. Again, in USA, California, Atlanta came. These two are children. These two are level 0 members. So, whenever you select a bottom level, what are the level 0 members in that particular dimension? All will throw into Excel admin. Clear? Then we'll go into options. So next level is done, all level is done, bottom level is done, sibling level. How the sibling level will work, we'll see first. So now select Hyderabad, keep only. Now your cursor is Hyderabad. In your entity dimension, AP in Hyderabad, okay, Guntur becomes what to, Guntur is a sibling to Hyderabad, Nellore is a sibling to Hyderabad.
Okay.
Okay. You developed this dimension, you know, Guntur is a sibling to Hyderabad, Nellore is a sibling to Hyderabad, and AP is a parent to Guntur, Hyderabad, like that. But whoever is working on this Excel ad in end user, he doesn't know what is the parent, one who is the boss of that member. He want to see for this particular Hyderabad, what are all the other entities having in the same level or sibling level. Okay. Now go into options, sibling level. See, if you give double click or zoom in here, so these are the sibling levels. Why? Because Guntur and Nellore are the siblings of Hyderabad. You selected the option sibling level. If you double click on that, it will zoom in. It has inside. It will go and bring what are the other members which are in that level. Okay. Then AP. Okay. Double zoom out. It will go to South India again. India again, entity. Okay, now go inside options. Okay, same level means I'll show you again.